Hello, I'm Dr. Deb, and I'm here today with Jason Gilmore, and we're still talking Enneagram.
We're still doing it. Okay.
So when a 4 sees a spider...
4 says, I dreamt about a spider. He represented my father.
How deep.
It's
How
very
profound.
deep with a 4.
Okay.
And then when a 5 sees a spider...
The spider is an arachnid.
It's very...
And they would go on about that.
They'd probably have all the information they needed.
They would tell you what kind.
They could probably tell you the Guinness Book of World Records, largest spider.
Maybe.
Yeah,
they'll have all the information.
When a 6 sees a spider, this is my favorite.
Okay.
Googles what to do with deadly spider in-house.
Because it's all about safety and security.
Yes, it's so funny.
We gotta, how do we Clorox it so that we get rid of
That's so funny.
All right.
So what are 7s?
So they are kind of the life of the party. They are the adventurer.
And you can be the life of the party.
I can, but I'd rather not be.
Right. You'd rather take a back seat.
I would. I'd rather support the life of the party.
Yeah.
That's a 9 thing. They're sometimes called the adventurer. Sometimes they're called, I think, the enthusiast.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they're pretty much they're the one that you're gonna have a lot of fun with.
Right.
They don't want to be tied down.
No.
They need flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
And they're always kind of looking to that next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's that next thing that we're going to?
Right.
7s are fun.
Oh, they're fun.
7s are fun.
They are fun.
The reason why an 8 needs to be first, when you typically introduce Enneagram types to groups, 8 needs to go first because they won't stick around for everything else like the 7 will, right? They're like, hurry up and tell me what I need to know so I can get out of here. I'm checked out, or whatever. But 8s are uber productive.
Yeah.
They're good leaders.
So my husband's an 8.
Your husband's,
He's an 8. So when he first learned he was an 8, his response was, well, there should have been 10 and I would have been a 10. Such an 8 thing to say.
That's so 8 of Keith to say.
I know what you're going to say.
They don't always present themselves.
No, their delivery could use some refining
could use some work. A lot of times, 8s are just kind of like,
Yeah.
I think I said shotgun in earlier. It's like, okay, we made the decision, But not thinking of maybe the ramifications of how that's going to affect people emotionally, or because 8s really typically aren't very emotional.
Not typically, no.
Not certainly not in public.
No, not in public. Yeah, and it depends which they're winging to, which side, But
and we'll talk more about that.
Yeah, but the 8, they can, and I think that's a big misconception too. Is people like 8s don't feel like no 8s really they can and do. In fact, they feel very deeply.
Yeah.
Really.
They express their feelings differently.
They just don't show it. Yeah, they just don't let anybody else see it.
They express it.
Because that would appear weak. They'll handle it.
See, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because segueing into a 9.
9s. No, they're the sweethearts of the Enneagram. That's what they say. That's just what we're called.
So 9s are at the top of the circle.
They are.
You're at the top of the diagram.
Of the didiagram.
I keep calling it a circle, but it's really a diagram.
Right.
You're at the top of the diagram, and a lot of times, it's so funny because 9s would rather be anywhere than at the top.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, put us at the bottom.
Yeah, anywhere but the point of that everybody's going to see or notice.
Right.
And so I think that's so ironic so I'm not a 9, but I'll tell you why I think the 9's at the top.
Okay, tell me why, because I don't know.
I would love to be more like the 9. 9s are so even keeled and they're go with the flow.
Right. So we're called the peacemaker.
Yes.
Or the mediator. So, and those are both nice, The 9s are...
That's cute.
That's cute. we can relate with everybody. We really, really can. Because it's not about us.
You're good at seeing both sides.
We're good at seeing all the sides, which has been really good during the last couple of years. We really can see different sides. One of my mottos is, you're going to laugh, I don't think I've ever told you this, as a 9, if it's up to me, it's not up to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because 9s are not good at making decisions.
No, we'd rather not.
I know 9s, see if this resonates with you. I know 9s that when there's a situation where they will be hurt themselves and take on that hurt and never share that hurt to keep from confronting it.
Right, to keep the peace. We're not going to confront or challenge. Now, if you have an 8 wing, some people can do it.
You might be a little more.
They may be more apt to doing that. Our childhood message is it's not okay to stand out, or it's not okay to assert yourself. So we just don't. Their core longing is that their voice matters, their presence matters, that it's important that you're here. We're so glad you showed up. Thank you for being here.
Wow. Even though they'd rather take a back seat and be a wallflower, they still want to be recognized or viewed as someone that's important to be in the room.
And that our voice matters in this conversation. Well, we've covered a little bit of an overview on all of the 9 types. So episodes coming up, we're going to look at triads.
We're going to look at triads. We're going to look at wings.
We
talked a little bit about those paths, to growth and
then
distress.
I think we'll invite a couple people in, a male and a female of each type.
That sounds fun.
Have a little bit more discussion about
what it's like to be a
fill in the blank.
What it's like to be this number.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's exciting.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me. Have a great week.